just narcissism. It's my way or the highway, quirk. And I gotta hand it to him, he had a couple of great seconds when he banged out the universe.
The power scale between entities on Supernatural has been very inconsistent over the years, that it seems very difficult to accurately measure it. In this video I'll be listing my top 5 most powerful entities on Supernatural, based on my own observations of the show over the years, especially in recent seasons.
He did give mankind a good turn at bat, and a chance to live in paradise. Parted waters, worshipped by creatures who made God in man's image, and then he got disappointed, or worse, bored. Picked up all his toys and left.
Summon the force of all your will, Jack! Do it for God!
At number 5, we have Jack, a human Archangel hybrid or an Arch-Nephilim. He is the son of Archangel Lucifer and a human mother Kelly. Regular Nephilims that are part angel, part human are known to be powerful, but nowhere near as powerful as Jack is as an Arch-Nephilim. He is the first and only Nephilim seared by an Archangel from what we know, and he is known to be much more powerful than his Archangel father Lucifer.
I can give you the world.
You're hurting my friends!
Jack is said to have unimaginable power and scale that had never been witnessed by characters on the show before in creation, especially Donatello, who had encounters with God and Amara. He claims that Jack is possibly the most powerful being in existence, assuming he means outside of primordial entities like God and Amara.
What? Sorry. I keep an eye on him, but I think if he seems okay, he probably is.
So he's not like you?
Oh no. I'm a prophet of the Lord, but Jack's probably the most powerful being in the universe. I mean, really, who knows what's going on inside his head?
We have seen some impressive displays of power by Jack, from resurrecting Castiel from the empty, killing regular monsters at ease, using some powerful telekinetic powers, to killing alternate universe Michael in season 14, which also seemed too easy of a feat for him, more proof of the potential for his power to be much greater than we thought.
Not a child! I'm the son of Lucifer. I'm a hunter. I am a Winchester! Jack, no!
You won't hurt anyone.
Ever again!
I know you're there. I can feel you.
At number 4, we have the cosmic entity, otherwise known as the Shadow. It is the entity that rules the empty realm, where angels and demons go when they die. The empty's existence supposedly predates God, Amara, and the creation, according to the Shadow being, which may suggest a scary possibility of the empty being the most powerful entity in existence, if we go by that fact alone. But that is not necessarily true in terms of powers.
There's one hard, fast rule in this universe. What lives, dies. So the next time you or your brother bite it, well, you're not going to heaven. Or hell. One of us. And Lord, I hope it's me. we're gonna make a mistake and toss you out into the empty. And nothing comes back from that.
The empty's powers may well be limited in scale to its control over its subjects in its own playing field, the empty, or extend beyond that to reach other realms like we saw when it attacked Heaven in Season 14 to reclaim Jack. The cosmic entity also claims that God has no power in the empty, yet we have seen Jack able to get through to Cass and wake him up in the empty. We have even seen a regular human like Nick do it when he woke up his master Lucifer by simply praying to him based on their bond, which again brings back the point I started with in the video about inconsistencies in power scales on the show.
Help me!
I'm the only one that has any pull here. Not heaven, not hell, not G.O.D. himself, so think harder. Rack that perky little brain of yours. Stay away from me. Okay, fine. I'll rack it for you.
At number 3 we have Death, and by Death I mean the original Death, not the second great successor Billy, who is basically just a promoted Reaper who got the job based on some random arbitrary rule the writers came up with on a spot. The reason why I put Death higher up on this list at number 3 beyond the empty is because this badass horseman is supposedly almost as powerful if not more powerful than God, according to his conversation with Dean when they first met.
You have an inflated sense of your importance. To a thing like me, a thing like you, well, think how you'd feel if a bacterium sat at your table and started to get snarky. This is one little planet in one tiny solar system in a galaxy that's barely out of its diapers. I'm old, Dean. Very old. So I invite you to contemplate how insignificant I find you.
Well, I gotta ask. How old are you?
As old as God? Maybe older. Neither of us can remember anymore. Life, death, chicken, egg. Regardless, at the end, I'll reap him too.
God? You'll reap God?
Oh, yes. God will die too, Dean.
In that conversation, Death claims that he is as old as God, if not older, and gave us the shocking revelations that he intends on raping God eventually. That fact alone puts Death in such advanced position on my list, ignoring the weak, dumb way he was killed by Dean by giving him the only weapon that can kill him. Come on, Death. At number 2 we have God. I know it seems shocking to a lot of you that I don't place God as number 1, but there are good reasons for that. Based on what we have seen in Season 11 with the introduction of God and his sister Amara, aka the Darkness, it is easy to think that God has to be the most powerful entity in the universe, based on the simple fact that he is the creator of all universes, so he must overpower anything in existence, right? But that doesn't apply to his fellow primordial beings like Death, the Shadow, and Amara, but especially his own sister Amara, which we'll talk about more at number 1.
What happened? Where are we? Home.
Occasionally I do answer a prayer.
Well, you've won again.
At number 1, we have Amara, also known as the Darkness. She was the main big bad of season 11 for almost the whole season until the finale, before things completely changed in perspective. Amara supposedly predates her brother God. At first it seems like Amara was pure evil, hell-bent on destroying all creation on Earth, simply out of a petty vendetta with her brother God. Well, it kinda was like that, but not exactly. It turns out that God really did hurt Amara and locked her up for ages, which would understandably make anyone furious.
Finish it. Kill me.
I'm sorry.
No. No. No!
I'm so sorry.
No. Not again! Not ever again! Goodbye, nephew.
Amara was able to fatally wound God at the end of season 11, even with all the help God had, which included Lucifer, angels, Rowena and her witch friends, Crowley and his small army of demons. God needed the help of all 4 of his archangel sons originally to defeat Amara and lock her away. He couldn't do that again, and Amara overpowered him. If it wasn't for her love for Dean, who reconciled things between her and her brother God, she could have easily watched God slowly die, or even ended him immediately if she wanted to, and that is easily why she's number 1 on my list.
Sorry, brother.
This obviously gives us a big hint on what could happen in the final season next year. Would Amara be the key to defeating God? Would she be the one to lock him up this time or even kill him? We're gonna have to wait for the dreaded final season to find out.
And Michael, you knew everything that was going on. So why the games, Chuck? Huh? Why don't you just snap your fingers and end it?
Look, in every other bad thing we've been killing, been dying over, where were you? Just sitting back and watching us suffer? So we can do this over and over and over again? Fighting, losing people we love? When does it end? Tell me.
Dean, don't do this. No, we're done talking. Because this isn't just a story. It's our lives. So God or no God, you go to hell.
Have it your way.
Hey, Chuck!
Fine. That's the way you want it? Story's over. Welcome to the end.
That was it, guys. Do you agree with my picks? Let me know down below in the comments. Subscribe for more awesome Supernatural content. Until next time, as always, no chick flick moments.
Awesome. That's awesome. Right. Come on.
You know what? You're awesome.
Thanks. You too, I guess.